Yeah.
Cool. So, welcome to Vanguard. This is a session 0, which we have never done as a group. I have never been in as a player. I have never done as a DM. So, this is all going to be a bit weird, free, and loose. It's for you to ask any questions of me, for me to ask some questions for you, and us to agree some stuff as a group. And now I feel like I'm doing a work training meeting. On the next PowerPoint slide, I'm not going to do that. So,
I'm surprised there isn't a PowerPoint for this.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch that.
I'm surprised there's not a PowerPoint for this.
Look, don't tempt me. Craig knows what happens if you ask things of me. Don't tempt me. I don't like PowerPoint, so that's not going to happen. But yes,
Spreadsheet.
well, let's not talk about spreadsheets. I've written myself a whole initiative tracker in Excel with macros to control everything because I couldn't find one I liked, so I wrote it myself. Anyway, what I think is going to happen is I know several of you want to build characters as we go on this. Do you want to get started with that, or do you want to talk some house rules first?
Whichever.
Yay, decisive!
Do both at the same time?
Well, I mean, if you guys want to discuss anything as you build characters, you're more than welcome. Do you all know what you're all doing?
Making a
Like,
character?
no, as in, do you all know what each other is playing?
Yes.
Yes.
Briefly, yes.
Briefly, yes. So you don't need to kind of introduce your characters as you're building them. Kind of.
I think it's a nice idea to introduce them as we build them. Maybe the backstory that we want to share.
I mean, there will.
What?
I mean, that's one thing I will say. I'm very happy from a character point of view. I just want to kind of check in with all of you as a group as well, rather than just individuals. If there's things that you want to hold back, if there's secrets you want to develop in the future, I take it everybody will be on board for those kind of shenanigans. Yeah, that's cool. What else? So, other things that have been brought up to mention in things like session zeros is player versus player. I don't want none of that. I don't particularly want people fighting each other. I mean, by all means, if you want disagreements, that's fine. But I'd rather not have any battles and stuff.
Cool.
Things like how attached you feel to your characters. So the topic of player death. If your character dies, either by your fault or mine, you can have a think about whether you individually, and let me know whether you want to continue pushing for that character, so we'll have side stories to resurrect them, or whether you want to roll another character in. So depends on how attached you feel, because I know I've got characters that I'd be like, yeah, I'd rather just continue as them rather than me. So want to give you the option of that as well.
So I personally, it'd be cross that bridge if we get to it.
That's fine, but it's just these are things to think about now.
What
dies,
rule?
he
What do you
dies.
think rules for flanking?
Oh, now see, that's
Are
what
you doing the +3?
doing what, sorry?
Are you doing the +3 that Graham and Scott are doing?
I mean, if that's what works for everybody, I think it's a nice, simple one to put in place.
Okay.
I've also got another handout called House Rules with a couple of things that I would like to put in place. So I have Cleave, which I've seen on the internet. I will read it out for the benefit of viewers. When a melee or range attack reduces a creature to 0 hit points, any excess damage from that attack could carry over to another creature nearby. So if you roll your damage as a 10 and you kill it on a 1, you can roll that 9 over to anything standing close by. I just think that really helps the narrative point that if you've got a group together and you have the skills to be able to do that. I mean, if anyone's got any issues with that or any feedback on it, but I thought that actually was kind of cool, and from a fighting point of view, kind of went with a lot of fighting styles.
Yeah.
That'd be very
Cool,
beneficial
yeah.
for fighters because usually they have the issue of only being able to do single target damage.
Yeah. So it's going to be.
So there's no overkill.
No, I mean, unless narratively you want to. If you want to kind of properly pound something into puree, then you can do. I mean, there's got to be other things nearby, so it's not like you can thrust a sword to chop something's head off and then run for 20 metres and carry on your hit over there.
But what happens if the head flies through the air and hits the other target?
We'll cross that bridge when we get there. Maybe. No.
No. Okay.
Health potions. I'm going with drinking a potion in combat is a bonus action.
Hooray.
But if you drink it as a full action, maximum potion value. And administering one to a fallen comrade is a full action as well. And if you take potions outside of combat, again, it's just maximum on that. Something else I saw as well, I quite liked, is called Take 5. So if you are using your movement and you are 5 feet short of distance to do something, just fucking take that extra 5 feet. Rather than choosing to do nothing, I just think sometimes you're like, well, I move my turn, I stand there, I can see it, but I can't just move a little bit closer. Don't abuse it though. But I just think it keeps the movement going. And last, flexible initiative. At the start of combat, you can lower your initiative order or swap, which we are prone to do, to help encourage teamwork and provide better possibility to set up combos. Use with caution because it can lead to all the enemies going before you in a big block. So those are the ones that I would like to implement. I might change them slightly. So with cleave, I will probably I hadn't put that things have to be within like a 5 foot radius, so there will be a distance on that. Other than that, how do people feel about those ones?
I mean,
I like it. I like the Take 5.
Yeah, the Take 5 one's good because, I mean,
Like
the starting position could make the difference, and who knows where you started from realistically. You could be an extra 5 foot forward, and
Yeah.
it makes sense.
Yep, cool. Everyone happy with the other ones?
yeah.
Yep, I'll add in flanking at +3 if everyone quite likes that. Makes sense. Other ones I've got on here as well. Damaging objects. So you've got spells like Eldritch Blast that not affecting objects. I think if something can damage a creature, it can damage an object. So if anything occurs from a narrative point of view, except psychic or poison damage, if you want to kind of blow up a chair or punch a floor.
What if I wanted to poison a door, though?
Then I would question your sanity.
Maybe I've got wood rot poison.
Well, but see, on that subject, I want to very much play with the rule of cool. I am not great at improvising, but I want to use the concept of yes and or no but. So if you want to do something, it'd be like, well, yes you can. Well, yes, but you can poison the door, but you'd need to do it this way, or you need to have this in your backstory. So I want to run with the crazy ideas and come up with stuff, and that's why again rules as written is very good, but I like rules as intended and a bit of rule of cool as well. So if you feel like doing something funky or chaotic, which we do have a history of doing, then keep doing it. Make an improvised bomb out of ball bearings and shit and blow up half a building and nearly kill yourself. Why not? Anything goes. The other thing I was going to say is spell components. I'm not going to be Scott in his next campaign about making you have components for all your spell bits. Yeah. For some of the higher level stuff and things like resurrection and all those kind of things, I will push you to go and see the appropriate people or to have special circumstances for the big spells like that. But we will cross again when we get closer to that kind of situation. I'll have a think on that further. I've also seen something like, I don't care if your focus is in your hand, on your shield, as an earring. I'm not going to enforce that basically spellcasting involves shouting and waving your arms around, but you can't cast verbal spells in silence or somatic spells while bound. So, and subtle, I want things like, so subtle spell will still be useful, but it's not a requirement to use an enchantment or illusion effectively. So, yeah, by all means do all that kind of stuff, but if you're under a silent spell, you can't talk, and if you're bound, you can't wave your hands around, that kind of thing. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Also, with things like armour, I'd assume a professional adventurer has got used to sleeping in armour in the wild, so I'm not going to ask you to fight naked or the bugbear to have a coffee while you get dressed. There's actions about kind of like, you got to have an action to put on the armour and take off the armour. Boring! So that's fine. I'm going to ignore that. If anyone... We don't think we have any paladins, I think, which were the ones that struggle mainly for that kind of thing. If some...
I have a question.
Of course, go ahead.
Who's Observer?
Oh yes, Observer. That is me.
Sorry.
I was
Okay.
going to mention that. I mentioned before you joined. It is me on another account, because when you sign in with GM rights, you can choose to sign in as a player, but that player can also see anything that is whispered to that account. So I, for example, I'll come on to that in a second. I have a macro set up that whispers me information, and as I'm recording it, it would come up on that same account. So it is me logged in as a different account, purely so I can record without spoiling anything for you.
Nice.
Yeah, I've just called it Observer because that's what it's doing.
Yep, I like that. Sorry, carry on.
Hello. Hang on a second. Hello. Do you want to come and say hi?
Hello.
Come and say hi. Come and say hi.
David.
Evie's just brought me a small bowl of chips for some. Come and say hi. Come and say. Ooh. You've seen them before. You've seen them in person before.
Just turn the camera to her.
Can't. It's attached to the computer. They're all waving at you.
Evie.
They're shouting at you now. Come and say hi. Come on. Oh no, the door's closing. The door's closing. Bye. Thanks. I will enjoy my chips. Bye. One day, maybe, the look she was giving me, I'm surprised I'm still alive. Backing away. What was I saying?
You just finished Observer.
Oh, Observer. That was it. Yeah, so purely just for YouTube and shit. What else have I got down here? Someone's casting a spell, I'll tell you what it is. So if I've got a spellcaster, then you can decide to counterspell it or not. I'm not going to do this like, I do something and then an effect happens. I don't find the guessing game bit of it fun, so I want to give you guys the proper chance to decide whether to counterspell something or not. And also, there's something here about proficiency. Like if you're a sailor, add your proficiency bonus checks to boating and things, and if you're a farmer, add your bonus to checks about farm animals. So I'd like other bits of proficiency to add into other checks as well, because sometimes we have all these different checks and they seem kind of pointless. So I'd like to use other checks and other proficiencies to give you guys a bit of more of a rounder skill. So those are the main ones I have. Has anyone got any other requests or thoughts about rules that they've used before, that they'd like to use, that they hate?
One of the ones I'm planning to introduce in my second campaign is if somebody does a perception check.
Yep.
If they roll terribly, to me, it would make sense that you would still be able to use your passive perception instead of the... Unless, obviously, you roll on that one, and then in that case, you fail. But I always thought if your passive perception is what you see, just without
I like
trying.
That. Cool. Yeah, I do think that's a weird one as well, because there's like you have the stat for passive perception, but it doesn't really get used for stuff. Yep, that's cool. I'll add that in there. I'll reword some of that. I like having the handout just for my own memory as well, just to make sure that I can remember what I've said, what I've agreed to, and if I try and write stuff down, my handwriting is so bad I can't read it, and then I won't understand what I've written down. So that's all I have on house rule stuff. Other things to note, if there is anything that anyone ever feels uncomfortable with, I'm not intending to take this into any dark horror, torture, trauma much ways. But if anyone has anything specifically they would rather not be involved in, either feel free to say now or message me privately. Things that I'm not involved in. We're all parents, so anything to do with violence against kids, yeah, I'm not into that. Same way, anything overly sexual, I don't particularly want to role play in front of a whole group of people because it just gets weird. But hey, we have a bard in the group, so if you want to flirt with whatever NPCs you want to use whatever skills, any of you got to deal with any NPCs who might also do the same back again, I am happy to do that up until a comfort level that everyone is happy with. So if there's anything specifically you have issues with, that's fine. But other than that, I think we've all got a pretty good level of each other over games we've played so far.
Yep.
Yeah.
In the same way that if anyone has any specific phobias or things that they don't really want to deal with, I can take that into consideration as well. But again, I'm not taking this into Cthulhu-esque eldritch horror vibes. I'm not intending to try and scare you, shock you, or just make you feel uncomfortable. But then some people have other foibles they don't want to deal with, and that's fine. The other thing is, speaking on that, I think of this as very much a collaborative thing. It's not a me versus you. I don't want us to tell a story altogether. I am happy to involve your backstory as much as you want to. So if you want to join and just chill and play through, that's great. If your character has an end goal or something they want to accomplish along the way, I will write in as much or as little as you want. So let me know what your expectations are, what you would like to do, and I am happy either way. I do have a story behind this, but how we get there, I have set pieces, so there will be some signs along the railway, but it's not a one-stop thing. So you will be given choices, but this isn't going to be complete sandbox because I will probably have a constant migraine otherwise. If it ever does get too railroady for you, if you want more choice, less choice, again, you let me know, and hopefully I can pick up vibes in the game to go with it. So I'm not actively out to kill you, because it just makes my job harder trying to write in new characters, honestly. But if you die, you die.
Yep.
Yeah.
Try not to do silly things to get myself killed.
I think there's one of the famous ones I've read is level 1 characters. There was a Dragonborn and another character. The Dragonborn wouldn't stop poking at the other character, who was like, well, I'm going to hit them because they won't stop poking me. Dragonborn hit them, killed them. I mean,
well,
yikes.
There's no PvP that stops that anyway.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, I don't mind. If there are clashes of personality, if there is some stuff that comes up, it all adds to the rich tapestry of storytelling. But I'm not going to have everyone beating 7 shades of shit out of each other just because they feel like being a murder hobo that day. I don't know. It's not us, but I just wanted to say it. So, what's everyone up to at the moment? Are we all building characters?
The building characters, sorry.
That's all right.
I'm just trying to decide which specialist I want to be.
I'm just looking at how low everything is being level 3.
How low? I know it's
Yeah.
it's interesting, isn't it?
Oh, I like it. Can we add a 1 before that for you and be level 13?
No. Oh, that's on the other subject as well. How I'm going to structure this game is I like to do things like you've noticed with goblins. I get quite thematic about what I do, so I have structured this like mini arcs or episodes, as it were. So if you're heading to a location, there could be several encounters. I'm anticipating each session I run will be 2 or 3 maps worth of encounters, whether that's roleplay, combat, investigation, the likes. But those 2 or 3 maps won't be the entire episode, as it were. So you could visit a town, and that could take several sessions. Because I don't want to rush things, but I'm anticipating that each session will take a couple of maps, and each episode will maybe be 2 or 3 sessions. So that's the kind of pacing I want to do this. With regards to short rests and long rests, between episodes there will be long rests, and possibly in between, depending on the time scale of how long you're spending in one location. And I will plan for more short rests, especially as I've got the hang of other different classes and knowing that we kind of underutilise our short rests and hit dice kind of thing. So I don't want you to automatically be of the assumption that every time we finish a call on a Thursday, yay, long rest, because it won't always be there. So you need to think about... Yeah, I know. See, I'm not usually cruel, but it means that you don't... Every Thursday that I'm running, it's not like, let's see how much we can spam of everything, because at the end of the day, you get it all back again. Nope.
Graham didn't like that by the looks of things.
No, I'm guessing not. Any other questions? Oh, Harry's taking over.
Oh,
Hi, Harry.
Hi, Harry.
You have to shout really loud because he's got his headphones plugged in.
Yeah, but don't
So
shout
can't
too loud.
you ever shout Harry? 1, 2, 3.
Harry!
hi, Harry.
Harry.
Oh, got attention. Harry! And bump.
It's like a party over there.
I'm really not happy.
Why?
Because my thing's not on there yet.
What's on the what?
Help me out. I'm going to send you pennies to buy another pack. What is it that gets the mastermind rogue?
Oh, I don't
It's
know.
there.
Not there.
Mastermind is.
Mastermind's not because I wasn't able to choose it.
Let's have a look.
What pack is it that we need for that? I've gone for assassin.
Oh,
Mastermind.
I can't see it.
I figured you guys would know what pack it is. I'm not tired.
You're fine. I'm not fine.
Face is tired.
Was it me trying to help?
It's the Sword Coast Adventurer's Guide and Xanathar's Guide to Everything. I've got Xanathar's.
Yeah, I was going to say Xanathar's, so we should have Mastermind.
Yeah.
It wasn't an option when I was setting up.
Let me make sure I'm sure it's there, but
It's fine. I'll stick with assassin and then.
well, we'll have a look for it. I'll make sure it's there, and if you want to rebuild afterwards, that's fine.
No worries.
Because I want you to be what you want to be. That's a monster.
Is it a monster?
Is it a monster?
No, I'm looking forward to this one. So I think we've discussed, obviously it wasn't in the open chat, but we have briefly discussed how aware of each other we all are. Because obviously we're all working for the same place, we're all kind of in the same thing.
Yes. So the background that I'd ask you all to think about is you are part of the Vanguard, and by now you're probably all aware, if not by osmosis and me talking about it for the last year, what that is. I can do a quick refresh, or I've written far too much information in the handouts on anything and everything. So the Vanguard is an elite peacekeeping adventuring guild that's existed for 1,000 years. You are all part of it. It is elite, so you will have demonstrated the skills necessary. You could be legacy, which means you come from a family line and have shown your proficiency to join them. As it stands at the moment, you are not in the location where the Vanguard are based, which is the stone castle of Stormholt, next to the town of Napenthe. You are en route back to Napenthe, and you have come together. Now, whether you know each other already, because you will have all have been at Stormholt and Napenthe for as long as your character backstory is, whether you've been there a long time, whether you've only been there for your initial training. There's a whole list of locations and NPCs I've put in the lore section of the handouts, because I figure if you've been to this town, you will be aware of these people that live there. Whether they're aware of you depends on what relationship you've had with them. So it's not about you have to go and read every single bit on every single person, but if there's something you decide that you spend a lot of time at the local tavern, there's a description of the tavern and the people who run it. So that is there just for a bit of colour, if you fancy that. And when things take place in Napenthe, the NPCs will be there for you to converse with. I say that like it's not just going to be me talking in exactly the same voice that I speak for everything.
No, different voices. That was one of the things I was going to ask. Are we different voices, aren't we? You're going to put some accents on.
What was the phrase? If I try and accent it, it'll undoubtedly be some form of hate crime. So I don't really want to try any accents. Because I'm sure there will be something that will be picked up and it will offend a continent of people. So I will try different ways of speaking and then immediately forget what that sounds like. So consistency may not happen.
Second question is, which one of the Muppets will Graham be channeling this with this character?
None of them.
Damn it. Damn it. So, yes, you'll need to work out between you, if you know each other before, whether this is the first time that you've come together and met on the road, as it were. Is there anything else you want me to go through about the world itself? Because there are some specific uniquenesses about this world.
What is the technological level of this world?
What iPhone level they've got? iPhone
No,
3.
What is the level of the technology? Is it medieval? Is it
Typical fantasy. Like I said, I've been binge watching Game of Thrones recently. I know I'm kind of 10 years behind the curve on that one, but I've been absolutely loving it. So that kind of era. So you got a bit of Game of Thrones, Lord of the Rings, the typical fantasy genre.
cool?
You should see the map in front of you. I'll just go through for completeness some of the features of this map. So you'll notice there are areas that are in different colours. The other thing I will say is I devised a lot of the names for the places by how cool they look written down, and some of them I've not said out loud, so we'll all find out how it's pronounced as I decide to pronounce it at the time, which is fun. We have some different colours. So there are things called steps. These are in yellow, and these are something I literally dreamed up as a way of fast travel. So these are, again, there is something written in the lore in the handouts under Cambria, I believe it is, which is the name of the continent stroke realm, called the Cambrian Steps. And these are almost like they are ancient portals for fast travelling across the realm. They are stone circles in gazebos designed for each area, and around each step industry has cropped up. So at each step there will be marketplaces and stalls in order to forward any kind of smaller shopping requests, and to help with onward travel from the steps there will be the ability to hire modes of transport. Specifically, if you wanted to hire horses and carts, if anyone's used anything like a rent-a-van or an enterprise, you can hire them in one location and return them to another. It's run by a family of gnomes that manage the whole situation, the Volks family, so you can hire some transport from Volkswagens.
Lovely.
Ba-dum-bum-tsh.
Yeah, a little bit proud of myself for that one.
That gives you inspiration for that.
On that subject, the same inspiration rules apply. I mean, don't come listed with just an array of bad puns and sit and read them. But bad puns in good context
Get out there.
and anything funny that makes me laugh will usually get inspiration because I'm that much of a child about things. Other locations on the maps are the ones that are coloured red, blue, and green, and these are the seats of power for the main 3 elder gods. Again, we have bits written on each of them under the section for gods. As mentioned, someone asked me the question that Stormholt itself also has a step, so that you can step from Stormholt to somewhere else if you choose to. At the moment you are travelling over land because there is a big event that is going on at Napenthe and the step is too busy to receive visitors at this time. That's why you're walking, not just flying in there. Let's have a look. So
Question.
Yep.
Is all the books open for us to use? Because I think, like I said, there's a few other things that people can't find. Craig can't find a spell which is supposed to be in Tasha's.
Oh, hang
and
on.
I think we have Tasha's.
Yeah. Let me
I
just come out and make sure of it.
I was going to go back into the compendium and then just add it and remove what I've put on instead.
Games.
Yeah, but if it's not, it won't be in the
If it's not on there,
compendium
then we can see it's
of the book.
That's a good point. Let's just have a look at the compendium while that's loading.
So if it's green, I've got it as owned and green. Does that mean it's in there?
Get this, I'll leave it.
Oh, maybe I don't have Xanathars. I've got Mordenkaines. Maybe that's what I was thinking of.
No, it's not showing in the compendium on there.
Because that's part of Tasha's Mind Slither.
That's all right. Ah, I know what it is. I did buy it. Bought it for Graham.
Ah.
That's fine. I'll sort it.
I am currently going on to share the compendium on my side with this game. So, if you just
So
bear
will
with
that
me,
work
it
as
should
well?
open everything up. Should do, yeah.
Awesome. If not, I will sort it. It's payday tomorrow. Woohoo!
Oh, we could all sort it, Kat. It's not just you.
No, we don't do that.
We do.
I'm
try.
happy to spend money for more stuff, happily.
Yeah.
Well, let's see if
Yeah.
this sharing thing should hopefully work.
It should do, yeah.
Yeah, didn't even think of that because I was like, yeah, got those. Oh, actually, hang on.
Are we?
It's
adding
all
our feet
all
back
working now,
afterwards?
guys. It's working, Graham. Kat.
Have you just bought it for the game? Or gifted it to Kat?
No. I had Mind Slither on the search for the compendium, and then it reset and then came back up. So should have Mastermind on there as well.
Sweet.
If I'm right. I
Can
have
we
a question.
just do... Go on. Go on.
No, you go. I was just going to ask a silly question.
Ask your silly question first.
On the map, there's some sort of like special thing in the ocean in
Is
the
there?
top right corner. Is this some sort of like magical place?
No.
No, okay.
Look,
But it might be now.
I try to bring some artistic flair.
Every
No,
map
What's the
every
opposite
map
to
I've made looks like a
inspiration?
penis, or looks like a duck, or looks like a duck's penis.
Yeah, I deliberately tried not to make this look like a butthole.
Oh.
I'm sure someone will find something phallic in there somewhere.
Alistair.
Ali, yes, it'll be Ali.
So I was just going to say, can we all just do a very, very quick breakdown of your character, like what your personality is?
Yes, please.
Like name, race, class, a bit of your personality, and then
Awesome.
just so we're all completely refreshed. Is
you
that
can,
all right?
You can start.
I'm not in front of my computer right now. Can somebody else start?
Cool.
I ran out for a cigarette, sorry.
No worries. Go on then. Who wants to go next?
I am Baltha Oakenwood. I am a mountain dwarf who hails from the region around Breemore. I am 124 years old, and I have been with the Vanguard for around 50 years already. Background, I'm a soldier, but he's not super aggressive. He's matured as he's got older. He was maybe a bit of a hothead in his youth, but he's now a little bit more calm and collected before he gets into battle. Now, whether that maintains while he's in the midst of battle, I'm not sure yet. But he's honourable, and yeah, he's been around for quite some time. So you probably have all seen him around the Vanguard.
What is the dwarf age equivalent in humans?
So they live for 350 years. So I would say that he's around the 30, 35 sort of range.
Amazing. Cool. Who wants to go next?
Silence from the courtyard.
I am still trying to get my character to level up because it won't let me.
I'm just opening
I
mine
still
up now.
can't see mine, Slubber.
No?
No.
Scott, do you own Tasha's yourself? If so, that'll be why you can see it.
Well, even the well, no, because it wasn't on there when I looked first of all, and then after
Do you need to
were doing
refresh your
things,
browser?
I've just done a refresh.
I can't actually share the compendium for this game because I don't have GM powers on it, so it won't let me.
No worries. I'll sort that.
I do have Tasha's, yeah, so that might be why then.
That'll be why you can see it.
Cool. Well, we'll leave it with me, and I'll let you guys know, and you can rebuild as necessary with whatever spells you need.
Or could we not just rebuild in one of the other games and then just use the old
Does that work?
your character and then just send it across? Yeah.
Even when leveling up and stuff, does that work?
Well, maybe not. No, it doesn't, because when I was doing it before, I was having to level up people
Back
in another game,
That's
Yeah.
okay.
and then constantly. But we can all chip in.
That's right.
I know it is. It is all right.
Fight me. So we'll sort
yeah,
that.
I haven't even got my class on there.
Which one's that
So
from?
I rolled for initiative for the fight. I rolled a nat 1, of course.
Good job. Yeah, auto scribes isn't on there.
Which one's that from?
God, I'm not even going to get a punch in.
Kat, I have sent you my backstory, so I have.
Lovely. I will have a question on a couple of bits, but I will come back to you out of session and stuff.
That is fine.
Quick breakdown on my character is I am a human-like rogue.
Mm-hmm.
My parents were adventurers, so I've been adventuring from a very, very young age with them. And then when they retired, I was sent to live with my uncle, who lives in the town. He was a very talented gem cutter. And then his shop got overshadowed when some dwarves opened up with obviously a lot more experience and a lot better quality stuff. So he ended up shutting down. And then I was introduced to the Vanguard. How was I introduced? Let's have a look. Can't remember, but I was introduced to the Vanguard through that. I'm not shy, but I'm not very bubbly either. But you would see me lurking in the background or not see me lurking in the background. I kind of keep myself to myself a bit, but I'm a people watcher, so I know quite a bit about other people.
Cool.
And every time you see me, I'll just have like my hood up and my scarf over my face. It's a constant thing. So I look as human as possible.
What
Amazing.
race were you again? Sorry, you cut out, Angela. I didn't hear that bit.
I am human-like rogue.
Okay. Okay, yeah.
My backstory is up there. If anybody, I don't know if it's visible for anybody else to read, but if anybody else wants to read it, they can do. But my backstory is all there. It tells you everything you'd need to know.
Cool. I've just sorted out those other packs.
NPCs that I'd know in town would be obviously my Uncle Wilbert, who used to own the gem cutting store. There's a brewery owner just out of the town called Cohane, who I recently dated. And then there's my best friend of the name Jocelyn. And that's my three NPCs that I would know.
Jocelyn.
I was going for the Taskmaster. Jocelyn is a fucking nightmare.
Yes! Yes! Oh, that was an amazing one. If you hold for a second, I've got... Are they going to be on here now? Yeah, Tasha's is there. And so Xanathar's. Yep. It's all there for you now.
I will
I'm
send
just
you
going to reset my
something.
computer because it's not working. I'll be right back.
Oh,
No worries.
Oh, no.
And my roll 20 is going very, very slowly.
I do wonder if
Well,
it's the map I've got on there, because it's not low quality, but it's not massive.
That's what I tell
Wow.
people.
That's what she said. Amazing. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not going to give inspiration every time someone makes an incredibly obvious innuendo, but it's up there.
That's what she said.
Yeah.
Must resist.
Never resist. Channel your inner Michael.
Sorry, can you make it so everybody's background is readable? So we can read all, the bio and info bit?
Should be, I
If they wanted
think.
But what happens if we don't want to share our entire backstory, though, Angela?
They know now.
Then I
No now. No now. No now.
That's fine. We'll just learn as we go along.
I mean, I'm not saying I have secrets, but I'm not saying I don't have secrets.
Secret. Do you know what? I've included my secret in my backstory, but I've not.
Is this your way of saying you have, but now you're throwing us off the scent? I have put it in there, but I haven't.
I mean,
It says... Sorry, go on.
No, I was going to say, by all means, write as much or as little as you want in your backstory and bio bit.
There we go.
I'm quite proud of my backstory.
I think it's incredible.
Good, I like it.
And the thing I like most about it is there's plenty of stuff we can do with that.
Angela!
What?
Look, I thought I'd written lots, but Jesus Christ, wow.
Craig looks nervous now.
No, I've read how much Angela's done.
I have got a larger one, but
That's what she said.
Ali.
I do have to make an NPC that's basically Michael Scott now, don't I?
Oh, that'd be amazing.
Oh no, maybe I channel Michael Scott with Anthem. That sounds like it would work.
That would be funny. That would be funny.
I can do. Well, Ali, do you want to do your backstory? You must
Yes.
have it fresh in your mind.
No.
Go on, do your brief character
Brief.
description.
David is a Minotaur bard who swings a 6-string bass. It's nicknamed his axe. He's been with the Witchlight Carnival for a few years before joining the Vanguard. He's relatively new to the Vanguard. He's probably, a year into it. He's a very young Minotaur. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
What was the name of the carnival, Ali?
Witchlight. He was part of the Witchlight Carnival.
Cool.
Craig?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, he's from a noble-ish background.
Nice.
Noble Minotaur.
Oh, yeah, Minotaur bard. Yeah.
Who's inspired by James T. Kirk.
Oh, yes.
So it's David of Whisperwind.
Yes.
Can you have an idea or ping to me, if you're able to, where on the map you would like Whisperwind to be?
Oh. Yeah, because I made David for the other one, didn't I? I was just where.
I mean, you don't have to decide now. The other thing I will say is all the steps and the coloured locations are planned out in my head, as is Myret, Averin, Stormholt and Napenthe. Other than that, I don't have any plans for any other areas. I just looked at places that look cool. And
Yeah,
There.
where? Okay. So do you want it to be the area or the area between Iris and the Baygate Step?
Say that again, sorry?
Do you want it to be that whole area, or do you want it to be in between them two?
It could be in between those two.
Cool.
Whatever's.
I will do that.
So you're just outside the Baygate Step.
Cool.
Yay, Minesliver.
I'm just writing myself a list of things to do, so I will. And Whisperwind. Is it Whisperwind?
It was fun.
Yeah. Is it a town, city?
More of an estate.
Ooh. So, is it like an estate on the outskirts of Iris, for example?
Yes, that probably would make more sense.
Cool.
So where is it, guys? That's from there.
Just north of Baygate, south of Iris.
Iris. Again, I didn't know how it was pronounced until I said it.
Yes.
It may change. Let me just...
Tell me to mute before you go
sorry.
choking down the mic.
I assume you're happy, Kat, with us putting our feats on if we've met the criteria for feats.
Yep.
I'm not going to add any of my feats on this until you've okayed.
Oh no, I'm fine with most stuff.
Good girl.
Oh yeah, I can do my background if you like. So my character is Alethea Bullock. She's a GIF. and but been raised by humans since birth, basically birth, in Elythion, which is where she was raised. So yeah, she's named after the town.
And Elythion is down here.
She is a wizard now. Wasn't born that way, but she's very much a bookworm and used books as her way to avoid being bullied, because being a gift, she stood out as being very different from everyone else.
Yeah, forgive my ignorance.
I don't know. What's a gift with you?
Is it like a moving image? Oh, that's a GIF.
Gifts are creatures from the astral plane.
Is it Githyanki or is it Githzati?
Oh, they both live there.
Yeah.
They're both split offs of the same race, but they're different races. But it's all very confusing.
Is it like mountain dwarfs and hill dwarfs and stuff like that? They're the same, like just different
ancestors. Yeah, they're
I think
split off.
I think it's
We're
almost
not
more
down astral plane too much, are we?
No, I think it's more like elves, drow, and Shadar-kai. So they're different, but they're the same. Whereas mountain dwarfs and
history,
yeah, but if you're a dwarf, you have like a sub race, but these are two separate races.
Her age now currently is 22, early 20s. She joined the Vanguard. Naughtily, she was too young to join, and then had no discernible skills really to join. But was talent spotted by one of the senior wizards there, and has been training in the walls there, in the libraries, and learning. And this is her first time really been sent out on any sort of mission or adventure.
Cool. So I think Graham's having computer problems. He's rebuilding his character as we speak. I don't really want to introduce for Graham, so I will let him do that when he rejoins at some point. Has everybody read through some of the briefings I sent? Is everybody okay with the way the Pantheon of the Gods is set up, how that influences the history of the Vanguard, things like that? Do you have any questions on the world or the lore that I have created that I can answer for you?
I'm still working my way through it, I'm afraid.
I know there's a lot. Like I said, you don't necessarily have to read everything. It's just as things come up, you will need to. The main bullet points, I would say, that are very important is the elder gods themselves and the influence they have over the realm. So I will recap. Excuse me, that makes it sound like I'm going to do some big speech. There are 3 elder gods. So we have, with the seat of power at Breemore, there is Chaturga, who is the god of war and tactics, planning, strength and courage. There is Zelatoth at Solaris Ray down here, and she is the goddess of healing, of growth, nature, and all the kind of healing and nourishment areas of the realm. And then at the spire we have Ulian, who is the god of knowledge and magic and intellect. Those 3 gods, they exist as 3, but each of them would rather have dominion over the other 2, so they are in a constant push-pull of power to make sure that one of them has more power over the other 2. If one of them got more power, then their alternate side kind of takes over, because where there is a positive, there is also a negative. There's big elements of the balances throughout the whole of Vanguard. So Chattogar, being the god of war and courage and tactics, is also the god of violence and brutality and torture and the worst aspects of those emotions. Xelatath is healing and nourishing, but she is also insanity and decay. Ulian is knowledge and wisdom and intellect, but also corruption and elitism and hubris. At each seat of power, the god has more of an influence. So you'll find that those that live around Breemore are naturally more hot-headed. They are more disciplined and prone to, not necessarily aggression, but prone to assertiveness. Those around Solaris Ray are healers and hippies and those kind of traits. In the Spire is those who study intellect and logic and those kind of attributes. Each of the political structure there is a representative, the head of the councils, for each of the seats of power. For Breemore, it's the head of a family line. That is the House of Silvermantle, and they are the representatives from Breemore. From the Spire, it is a democratically elected representative whose name I cannot remember off the top of my head. It has just gone. It's in there somewhere. Steve. It's always Steve. No, it's not Steve. Eridan from the House of Arcanum. That's for the Spire. And Solaris Ray's council member is Calantha, and it is some kind of voting, democratically decided. It's a strange process that no one quite understands how the head of their council is elected. Again, I do have a handout on the High Council of Houses. The three of those houses, as always, each one believes their way is the better way of doing things. They may be the representatives of their gods and their area and their power, but they all have very strong opinions about how the realm should be managed. So the Vanguard are the representatives of the other goddess, Remiel, who is the goddess born to hold the borders between the elder gods, to keep the balance and make sure neither one has power over the other. And the Vanguard are the realm representatives of that, so they keep the balance between each of the factions to make sure that everyone has a fair shot at everything. And balance is not just about being goody-goody, it's sometimes balance is about making things are fair, regardless of the situation. So it's not about playing favourites, that kind of thing. So that's where the Vanguard fits in with all of that political and godly structure.
Jedi.
Yeah, but no, but maybe.
Elements,
yeah. There are other influences I have on this, but yes, so the behaviour and the power structure of the gods do have a direct impact on the realm and the population below. Hi Graham, welcome back. Is everything working now?
I don't know yet. I'm still trying to see if it'll let me level up, because it's just being an absolute tool with me, and I don't know why.
Welcome to Roll20. You will improve.
Yes.
Cats.
Yes.
For my item that I asked for,
Yes.
should I just put in on mine the equivalent?
Yeah. And you can rename them.
Oh.
So I think you can rename a spell. There's a little cog next to it. So I think you can, you can rename it, because in one of the other games I've put the spell, I've dragged the spell in and I've put like scroll next to it where I've had a scroll for something.
This isn't working at all.
Oh no.
So
I don't know if it's because I'm trying to put on stuff that I've got on my compendium that isn't on yours, and that's why it's not letting me build the character. But I don't know what I've got that comes from anywhere else.
Guys, Cat.
Yeah.
Is there any magic items that are frowned upon, banned, etc., etc.?
What you mean, the cloak of displacement controversy?
It's not what I was getting at, but I kind of don't want to accidentally break the game.
Yes,
I
Scott.
saw-
I'm not
video.
bringing a cloak. I am bringing a cloak in. It's just not one of displacement.
I saw a video, and it was a way to stop certain magic items being so OP.
Mm-hmm.
And the way this DM dealt with the cloak of displacement is it takes an action to turn, like, in a sense, activate it. So if you do get hit, then before on your next turn, then you have to take an action in order to reactivate it, just because it is ridiculously OP.
I'll be honest.
Oh, it is.
I don't know enough about magic items off the top of my head to go, oh yeah, shit, that one's terrible.
That is fine.
Whatever
Well,
Graham
that
asks
is
for is normally fine.
Sorry?
So
I got
whatever-
what I asked for.
Whatever Graham asks for is normally fine. Don't worry.
I still don't know why it's not working for you, Graham. Is it just not loading?
It didn't remember that I started with a spell at level 1, so now it's only giving me one spell at level 2.
So what subclass have you gone with? Artillerist.
Artillerist, yeah, which goes from Tasha's, which we've got. So
I've
that
also
should be
got. I've got
fine.
Eberron.
It's like it's telling me I can add one new spell.
Yeah.
Then it's telling me that the spell that I already have is one of one spells chosen.
Oh,
Yes,
in the
if you want
character
to tick it.
mancer.
So if you untick it, then you should be able to choose another one.
Will
It's-
that not remove it from my character sheet?
No,
Well,
I learned
it
that the
knows
hard
it.
way. Greg could have 1,010
Yeah,
spells
'cause
right now
Greg-
if I believe people when they said that, but no, it doesn't remove it.
No, because when I did it with Munchie, I have like 28 different spells I can choose. Because it was like, pick 8 new spells. And I was like, okay, I'm going to unpick all these and just pick 8 new ones.
Yep.
Yeah, I had that when I think I built Frey. I got really confused because as a cleric, it was a bit like, you can level up and you have 4 spells. These are the spells you're having. And I was like, but I don't want those spells.
Right, I see.
Yeah,
Okay, I'll need to
Hecknon may have
manually
every
add a
spell.
spell to myself then, but that's fine. I can do that.
Yay, spellcasters. They're fun.
Yay.
You can see how often I play as one.
I mean, if you wanted to play as something else, you could do.
No, I'm good as an artificer. That's absolutely fine. Right, now in theory, it should just be a level up now.
Cat for my other item that I haven't actually asked for.
Yes.
Would you like me to roll something for it?
I don't want to make a decision. I honestly don't mind. If you want to roll for something, then roll for something.
I haven't got a list of any items or anything.
Would you like me to roll for you?
Yes.
Was it 1 to 5, you get it, and 6 to 20, you don't get it?
Oh, I wonder what it will roll. Actually, on the subject of that as well, with regards to loot, I'm introducing something fun. So I have an API that has a list of every single item in, I can't remember which ones it is, the DMG, Tasha's and Xanathar's. And this API will scale and randomly choose loot according to the CR rating of the highest boss monster in an encounter. And it will whisper me a random list of things and an amount of gold. And that's what you will get as payment when an encounter happens. And then you can share it out between you, fight over it, sell it, depends on what you want. I am working on a list of shops for buying things, selling things. I've got a good resource, I just need to read it and implement it. There are some shops in Napenthe, because what I would like to do is at the end of an episode or a series of little encounters is that you return to Napenthe for debriefing, levelling up, shopping, that kind of thing. So that's almost like your home hub that you return to. So there are NPCs there that if you want something specific that you can ask, and they may have their own requirement for payment for exotic things.
Yes, Ali, that's your penis.
No, I just found out that my cloak is common.
What?
Billowing.
Ah, the Cloak of Billowing. That's an amazing one, that is.
It is literally ineffective to do anything apart from look cool, right?
Oh, yeah. Well, to be fair, if I get that, can I have like the whole effect go through like my whole Minotaur head and everything?
Yeah.
All my hair and...
Yes.
Just looks like somebody stuck a big fan at your feet and it's blowing up. And all your
It's the Mariah
fur
Carey
and-
effect, isn't it? She's always got to have a fan on her.
And do you also walk in slow motion? When that's
Oh, yeah.
happening?
And
But
do you...
only if it looks... It's like an illusion. I'm actually walking normally, but I just look as if... it's like lens flares left and centre and just fucking slow-mo. Camera pans round.
And will you be talking in the particular cadence as well?
Yeah, no, we're not doing that. We're doing... It's Chris Pine has influenced
Yes.
like Kirky, but only in little subtle ways.
That's cool, because I don't think anyone could deal with too much Shatner.
No, like Shatner.
In fantasy or reality, to be honest.
Is it possible to have too much Shatner?
Ooh.
Well, kind of.
What?
I have found 2 uncommon items. Or they broke.
What are they?
Just trying to think if there was anything else that I wanted to bring up.
I am almost done.
That's cool. I'm glad it's working now.
It appears to be.
Yes, I have rebuilt as a mastermind instead of a assassin.
Beautiful.
Literally just because I wanted the one thing.
I'm just a bog standard mountain dwarf battle master. I'll play a handbook stuff.
Yes, Ali, you can.
Yeah, I'm about to
Or
send
not.
them.
Or not.
I'm going to send all 3.
Okay, no worries.
Just need it to load my character sheet now so that I can add my feet and I'm all done.
You made a character with no feet.
Yes.
That's cool.
I the other character sheet that you created for me, Kat, wasn't there at first, and it came up with the same pop-up to open a new sheet, so I've done it on that one, so the one at the top you
that's
can
cool.
delete.
Oh, that's fine. Yeah, again, I've got a script called Welcome, so that you didn't have to have me online to create you a script. It would do it automatically. So the one at the top I can get rid of.
Yes.
Lovely. And just because I am that person, I'm just going to move you in with the other PCs.
Yeah, fine. Okay, I am up and running. All good.
Wonderful. Would you
Go on,
like
then, give your background.
introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Tom. That's as much that's as much as he knows about himself.
You all right there, Kat?
I'm not going to lie, there's one that came into my head instantly.
Graham, you
what would I
outdo
do?
yourself. So that's as much as Tom knows, but what does
Yes.
Graham know that he would like to share about Tom?
Tom
You
is
don't
a
have to
Warforged
share everything.
artificer. No, that's fine. Tom is a Warforged artificer. From what he can remember, which is basically nothing, he sort of just woke up in the woods one day, wandered into the nearest place, which happened to be where the Vanguard was stationed, got a job there working as a craftsman and night watchman, given that he doesn't need to rest and he can just go in and keep an eye out on things. It saves people from having to stay up all night. He's really good friends with another of the soldiers there called Dan, who he's usually on night shift with.
Dan,
Other than
Dan,
that,
Dan,
Damn.
Dan.
yeah. Other than that, he'll frequently pick up like crafting jobs just for the citizens as well. Like if somebody wants something fixing or repairing, he'll quite happily help people out that way. Just really very much enjoys building things, and that's pretty much all he knows.
Have you made Cat as a character?
I was going to say, I like this guy. Cool. How is everybody getting on with character building? Are you happy with everything?
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's start.
I'm all done.
What was the starting feat for? What were we allowed a starting feat for?
A starter what?
A secret.
A secret. Oh yes, you've sent me a secret. I will be questioning you about that after session. But yes.
I also will be questioning you on that
As will
after
I.
session.
I won't.
Me neither.
Cool.
I have a question. Where's my chocolate gone?
I haven't eaten it.
It's not me.
I've not.
You got chocolate?
Half a bar. I've got half a bar of dairy milk caramel somewhere and I don't know where it is. I was saving it for tonight.
And then a hero comes along.
I haven't opened them yet. I've had them since Christmas.
Unopened
Easter.
Christmas
They
chocolate.
were from
Oh.
Easter.
Okay. So we're at 20 past 9. Is everybody happy with the characters?
I think so, yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
I do have... Is there any other questions anybody has about the lore, the world, any other requests before we can start doing something?
No, I don't think so.
No, cool. Does everybody want to carry on?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So, where I am going to start you is in the town of Myret, which is just here. I'm pinging on the map. So, where...
Don't pee on the map. Don't pee on the map.
I'm not peeing on the map, no. No.
Right, cut out of it.
I was pinging on the map.
That makes no sense.
So you are all travelling from various points around the realm to return to Napenthe, a place that you've all known well. And you are all on your way because the Festival of Stars is about to begin. It's an annual event that celebrates the night sky and the wonder of the cosmos. It's said that during this festival, the veil between the mortal world and the heavens is at its thinnest, allowing followers to feel more connected to their gods. It also takes place at the equinox, at the time when the day and the night are of equal length, so it adds a special meaning to it. This year's festival is also special. It marks a milestone of 1,000 years since the foundation of the Vanguard, the legendary group of heroes that's protected Cambria from countless threats over the centuries, earning them a place in history as some of its greatest. So you are all returning to Napenthe to take part in this celebration of the town that you know very well, and to celebrate yourselves as members of the Vanguard. Because of the amount of people that will be returning, the step at Stormholt is not currently available to you as low-level adventurers. It is for higher-level Vanguard and diplomats, etc. So you are travelling by wagon, by horse, by the usual fantasy routes to travel across land. At the moment, you are at the small town of Myret, which is a small, little, humble place. You have had lodgings at a local inn, and that's where we're going to start. So, do any of you know each other?
You go first.
I reckon I would at least recognise everybody, but obviously people who are shy and keep themselves out maybe wouldn't know too well. But because I've been in the Vanguard for maybe 50 odd years, I reckon I would recognise a few people.
Yeah, I recognise people, but we've never properly spoke.
Right. If you want to talk amongst yourself, I'm just going to... for some reason, your sheets aren't connecting properly, which is just great. So I'm going to connect your tokens to your sheets while we get this sorted. And then you'll be able to control what you need to control.
Okay. So where is everybody in the tavern then?
Hang on, let me move you all across to a small map I have prepared called the Apple Leaf Inn.
Ooh.
I'm stuck on fucking Mount.
Why isn't that one working? Has the map moved for everybody?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's
Lovely.
not moved for my one over here. Come on.
I know, because if it's
Yes.
a DM sort of thingy, then
Okay, I am...
it'll keep you on it. You'll have to be one of the players.
Huh?
Is it classed as a player or DM?
The observer's a player.
A player.
Oh, so it should move for the players then.
Yeah, I think that Chrome has crashed. So that's always fun. I'm just going to be moving tokens in. So, Alicia, let me know if you can move these okay.
Yes.
So have a think about where you are, what you've been doing. Don't crash. Oh, I rolled 20s being a dick tonight.
Yep.
And for some reason my computer is also making large amounts of noise.
I'm able to stay perfectly still.
And Scott, your connection says poor connection, so I don't know what's happening there.
Oh, no, I don't want that.
Angela says, shut up and take it.
Oh, you heard that, did you?
I did.
There we go.
Oh, Scott's gone.
It's all going so well. He's back.
Yeah, I mean, I'm cool. Look at me. I've got my cloak on.
Does anyone want a comfort break while I just do some lovely admin?
I mean, I've got my beers here, so.
Can you move your character? Yep.
Yes, I can. Pretty bad.
Ali, what's your AC?
13.
There we go, because it was coming up with two different figures, which is fun.
Oh, yeah. Fucking, I've decided I don't want one of my magic items. It dropped my AC lower than what I already had.
I see. This is so slow. That's why I like to always have this done beforehand.
That's what sessions used for.
Yeah.
You want it.
Here I am.
Nearly there. And Tom, can you all control everything okay?
Yes.
Wonderful, okay. So, what are you all doing?
I am.
David,
I'm having a read of a book.
Right, and oh, Scott's away at the moment. I'm just setting up some other things. So we're going to say that you have stayed overnight. This place does have other people in it. I've just not put tokens for them, so you can imagine it's a fairly busy. It's a mid-sized small town. So it's not a bustling city. It's just like a small village pub. 1, 2, 3, 4. Who am I missing? Oh, Scott, you're back. Can you just check and make sure that you can view your character okay?
Yeah.
And you can move them all right?
Yes.
And what are you doing?
I will be, if this is the door here, then I will be sitting on this seat closest to the door, just not so much on guard, but he just is always looking out for potential threats to people.
Okay. Right, I am back and now all set up. Right. What's everybody else doing?
I'm on stage performing.
Awesome. Do you want to give me a performance roll? First roll of the campaign?
Yes. Oh, that's horrible.
So, so what does that look like?
Much of this bard.
It's warming up, aye. Not halfway through the gig at all.
So what does your performance look like? What are you actually doing?
What do you mean?
Are you singing, tap dancing, doing...
Playing bass.
Ah.
A solo bass performance. Who'd want to watch that?
I have a full-on band.
Are you using just the house band?
Sorry?
Are you using the house band then?
No, I has a friend and I have a band. Oh, we're not in our local area, are we? So yes, I will be using the house band.
Yeah, so can you give me a performance roll for the house band? Okay. You both kind of suck. It's an okay performance. Maybe you had a heavy night of it the night before, and this is kind of mid-morning now, so it's a bit light on crowd. Maybe the house band is also a little bit under the weather, as it were. How's everybody else reacting to the performance? Are you aware of David from Napenthe, or is this just someone you've seen for the first time?
Balthier will just shout across. How much to shut you guys up for a bit?
Not enough for what you're offering.
Yeah, I'll give you a silver. I think that's more than you're worth at the minute.
I'll take silver and go, we are Kobayashi Maru, we will be back later.
Love it, love it. So if you're done in the tavern, then you're more than happy to head outside to continue your journey.
We all know we're travelling together.
I don't know, do you?
No, I was going to say, before we leave, I would like to go up to Balthier. Which one are you? Which one's Balthier?
On the sofa.
I would like to approach. It's like, hi, I recognise you from the place. Can I travel with you? I'm travelling alone at the minute. Would you be alright for some company?
That'd be fine, yes. I'm quite happy to travel with anyone who's part of the Vanguard.
Thank you.
Anyone else here part of the Vanguard?
There's a
The
couple.
whole tavern just got
I gotta lower my book down and just like timidly raise my hand.
I come off
Everybody ready
stage.
to move out?
Yeah, I come off stage, go to my full 7'2" height, and be like, yeah, where are we going?
Home. Festival. Remember?
Do you only speak in one word?
Hi, I'm Tom.
No.
Extend the hand
Just
to everybody
Yeah.
individually. Hi, I'm Tom. Hi, I'm Tom. Hi, I'm Tom.
That sounds,
Hi, Tom.
that sounds familiar. Where do I recognise that from? I don't know.
You're the inspiration.
Huh? I mean, obviously, I'm going to give you inspiration for that.
It's from 50 First Dates.
How
When he
tall
goes
is
to the
Tom?
memory loss clinic, and there's the one guy like, let me introduce you to Tom, and he just forgets that he's met you a second later. So all he says is, "Hi, I'm Tom."
Oh, Scott's gone again. So does Tom have like short-term memory loss as well as long-term memory loss? Because that's going to be weird.
No, he can say other things. It's just that's how he greets everybody.
That's cool. Otherwise, that would be.
He will start every single conversation with, "Hi, I'm Tom."
It's known as ribbing it.
I was going to say it's a great catchphrase. I love it.
What's Tom like to look at? Is he tall? Is he wide? Is he?
He's about 7 foot tall and made of metal.
So we've got a 7'2" Minotaur and a 7 foot tall robot.
And a dwarf.
Warforged. He's not entirely robotic. He is part like real.
Okay.
Oh my god! Did anybody watch? What was it now? That Netflix program with Cliff Moore, isn't it?
Farzar.
Farzad. Did anybody watch that?
No.
You've got a robot on there who is part human. He's trying to savour his last human part,
Oh, what's
but
that?
it still ends up getting decapitated at war, so he turns fully robot.
Yeah, because he's Dex in the last human part himself. Yeah, it's a great anime.
Cool. I'll keep a lookout for that one. Yeah. So on a scale of robot from like Terminator and Bender to like R2D2 and C3PO, what kind of what's Tom's look?
More skinless Terminator.
Terrifying or just
A
functional?
little bit more humanoid looking than that.
Okay.
So like metal head and framework, but like he is wearing he's got like integrated armor, so it looks like he's got a chest piece on and like pants and stuff. So it looks like he's wearing clothes, but he's just made of metal with integrated armor bits.
Basically, just like your token, yeah.
Pretty much, yeah.
I've just zoomed in on your token to get a proper look.
Yeah,
Just
pretty
making
much
sure.
exactly like the token looks.
Cool.
And how tall is Hayes? What? Just so I can get a visual of like, all of us together.
Plus what?
How tall and big is Hayes? Is she?
Hayes is about 3.
Oh, your age. Ah.
Sorry, I just heard something 3.
4'3".
4'3".
4'3". Okay, so we've got 2 on the shorter side. I assume Balfour is in the 5 foot range.
4'7".
Or 7. So 2 4-footers. Alethea's 6 foot, and then 2 7-foot people.
It's a real ladder of characters. And Scott's gone again.
Yes.
I'm guessing Scott is having connection issues. Okay.
Yeah.
Again, I've
Well,
just...
that's happening. I'm just going to walk up to Hayes and go, David Whisper. How you doing? David Whisper. Beautiful. Love it. On. Run away.
I'm going to retcon my height, by the way, sorry. Just because it says on average Warforged are no bigger than 6'6" usually. So 6'6".
Oh, yeah. Yeah, but it also says for me that Minotaurs are typically taller than 6 foot, but I'm 7'2", so.
Yeah.
All right, okay, fine. I will stay 7 foot.
Nice.
And that's the sort of look.
Nice.
But,
nice.
but without the sword and shield.
Cool.
So awesome and badass is the look you're going for.
Well, duh. But he's just the nicest, simplest person you've ever met. Hi, I'm Tom.
I didn't get time to do this because my computer crashed, but
Amazing. Well, if we're done in the tavern, we only started there because...
Shall we set off on our way?
Cool. I will then move you to outside in the village itself. I realise there isn't an NPC on this map, but this is the village of Myret. You arrived overnight while it was darker, so this is the first time you've seen the village in the daytime. It's small. In the middle there is a shrine, as there are in many of the rural places, to the 3 gods and the overall concept of balance. Again, it looks a little phallic, but it's all I had to work with at the time, so we'll just ignore that and move on. No. Oh well. The village itself is not as ordered as this image appears. It has been. There's a field of crops here, but just out of view of this image, the crops look like they have been ravaged. And a villager, a small halfling man, follows out of the tavern and just says, "I've heard you say that you're from the Vanguard. We could really, really do with your help."
Hi, I'm Tom.
This like this last night, was it? I would have seen this coming into the inn.
So I missed the beginning bit of that.
This, I'm going to turn around to the village and go, this wasn't like this last night, was it?
We've been having problems. There is something from the forests that keeps coming, and it's raiding our food. It's attacking our livestock. I don't know what it is. I don't know how many of them are there. Please, can you help me? Can you help us?
yeah, pleasure to help you. I'm sorry to speak for everybody here, but as members of the Vanguard, you are expected to help those in need.
It's what we do.
We are?
I'm afraid so, young one.
What do you mean there's something in the forest? What sort of thing?
I don't know. I've not seen it, and I'm too scared it attacks overnight, and it's just it's eating all our stuff, and it's attacking our livestock, and I'm worried about the kids. So if you could go and kill some stuff, that would be great.
I mean, Has anybody survived or seen this creature or creatures? Maybe we could get some intel before we just rush off.
My friend was saying it's like it's a big thing with things, and it's got legs and things, and it makes
Does it
this
have eyes?
noise. Does it what?
It's got legs. Does it have eyes? And arms?
I think so.
And a body? And a tail?
I don't know. It's got things.
But it has legs.
It has legs and other things and stuff. So, help.
I mean, I think we're happy to help. Before we go in, though, between us all, have we got any specialist skills that may help? Anyone particularly good at sneaking or, getting some intel before we go blindly into the forest?
I'm not, but my owl might have a good look.
Wonderful.
I'll need to get you an owl
I'm
token.
hiding in the shadows.
Have you seen me?
Roll 20's not good at playing.
What's the name of your owl?
I changed that, Scott. Trailblazer. Out from a little portal above my head pops my little fey owl.
From a little Pokeball.
Amazing.
That's it.
Cool. I will sort you out a token for that in a minute. Are you all happy to jump aboard this train to the next map?
Absolutely.
Cool.
Choo-choo.
Indeed. So I will move you across. And this is what you see. So we are in a dark. It's approaching the middle of the day, but it's quite an old forest. You've walked through the outer edges of it, which is where you gather that the villagers spend a lot of their time, but they don't venture too far in here. So there's lots of old trees and undergrowth. It's very heavily populated by animals. And this is what you can see. So in front of you, can you all see and control your characters? Just making sure.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Amazing. Although some of your characters aren't. Oh, it's because of the way it is. No worries. I was like, why can't I see them on the other map? It's because it's sized wrong. Great. So, how are you entering this forest? And what would you like to do?
I am hiding between bushes so that I am off the main track. I'm sneaky.
Cool.
I'll introduce my one of my magic items, which is not a magic item, but we'll get into that later. It's a homebrew broom of flying, but it's not a broom. It's in the shape of a cloud that I'm sat on, cross-legged, reading a book.
Mm-hmm.
Just floating just above ground behind the rest of the group.
Cool.
I have
Yeah,
sword
you read the
and
book.
shield out.
Hello.
I have. Yeah, I'm stringing up my base.
And is Tom actively looking around and sorting out?
Just sort of surveying the area. Like that.
Can you? Well, no, I'm not going to do a perception roll because these are right in front of you. You'll notice right in front of you, they've not spotted you yet. There's a group of rats who are quite happily munching on something unidentifiable that you can see. And a bit further on in the distance, there's a beetle just beetling away. What would you like to do?
I would like to make an attack. They look like they're not friendly creatures, don't they? It's blatant. Is it blatantly obvious that that's what we're supposed to be getting?
I don't know, is it? What do you want to do? Do you want to kill a rat? Kill a rat. You want to roll initiative? Roll initiative.
Can I just walk up to him and say, "Hi, I'm Tom,"
Of course you can.
and see what happens? Because if they attack me, then we know that we need to attack them back. If they just run away,
They attack you. Roll for initiative.
brilliant. That
worked,
solves
Tom.
that problem.
Well done, Tom.
Okay. So we have. Can you read them out for me? So we have David.
20.
Right. So. Oh, now see, Angela, I'm gonna have to get you to change your name because I was like Angela, Alethea. No. So Hayes is 9. Tom is 18. David is 20. Baltha is
A 7.
7. Alethea 9.
Fucking sucks.
Maybe it's 10, not 9. Not that it makes a difference.
And let me just roll these in. Okay, that's
At least I have an excuse ready to go if I roll badly all the time. It's like, hey, I've been in the Vanguard 50 years and I'm only level 3.
and okay. So, top of the round would be David, but Tom has walked straight up to these rats, and so they are going to try and attack this metal thing that stepped into their range. And again, this is probably going to be completely fruitless. 17
Hits.
hits. So it pierces through. 6.
Okie dokie.
Like I said, I may think about how I'm balancing because it's been a long while since I balanced for smaller levels.
Quickie.
Okay, so David, what would you like to do?
David just starts playing on his bass and casts Vicious Mockery.
Okay, so what are you aiming at and what do you say?
Going to aim at this orange one.
Yep.
And just turn around to it and go, "Your mother was a hamster and your father smelt of elderberry."
Classic.
Oh, yes.
So it is a wisdom save.
Yes.
14.
Oh, you saved.
I am rolling too good. Anything else you would like to... Anything
No,
else?
there's nothing I can't do.
Okay, and next is Tom.
Okie dokie. Let's have a look. I would like to. Do you have the spell effect tokens on this so that you can see the range of a spell?
No, I don't think I do, but I will do. Let's just eyeball it and wing it for now.
I feel like this may encompass Baltha as well, so I do apologise. Because it's centered on me and it's a 15-foot cube, so I would like to cast Thunderwave.
Woo!
Would it also catch... Oh, 15-foot cube from you, yeah.
Yeah, centered on me, 15-foot cube around me.
Cool.
So
Do
it's not intentional, but Tom doesn't realise you stood that close to him.
Do it.
That is a DC 14 con save.
Okay.
Well, I haven't got advantage, so it's a 6.
13.
Okay, so only 6 points of thunder damage to them 3 and Baltha then.
That is very fortuitous. Is there anything else that you would like to do?
Do I have anything I can do as a bonus action? Don't believe I do. I'm going to assume that I don't for the moment rather than waste time having a look, so I will end my turn there.
Awesome. It's the rat's turn next. So 2 of them are going to have a bite at you. These are good rats. I didn't even add any flanking bonuses to those, so I gather they both...
Oh, of course they do, yeah.
Of course they do. 3. Another 6.
Okie dokie.
That's all the rats are going to do, because those 2 are fighting Tom, and the one that's later gets to eat whatever they were eating in peace. Next we have Hayes.
I shall stay where I am, and I shall make a ranged attack at the red rat.
Okay. That
This is
hits.
20
It does.
for 16 damage.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have the first cleave.
Yeah.
However, I'm going to say, because of the way these rats are contained, you're not going to get all 3 of them, because your arrow isn't a boomerang. But if you would like to skewer the red and the yellow one on one arrow straight into a tree,
I would absolutely love to do that.
then that's what happens. And these both die.
That is my turn.
Amazing.
I shall move forward for my movement. Just to about there.
Cool. So let's get rid of these. Why
Cute.
aren't they dying?
Oh, that's one arrow.
Why isn't that one dying properly? Oh, piss it. And is that your go?
That's my turn, yeah.
Awesome. Alithia.
Alethea is still stuck into her book. Going to cast Minor Illusion just in front of herself of a brick wall, just 5 foot tall brick wall, and that's it.
In the middle of a forest.
Yep.
Okay. That's weird and fine. Balthor. Is it Balthor or Balthor?
Balthor.
Balthor.
He will step forward and he will take a swipe with his longsword. I do get a +3
You
for
do get a
flanking.
+3. Hey. And it still misses.
It's a small right, it's hard to hit. So, as my bonus action, I would like to try to knock the rat prone with a hit with my shield.
Yes. Does that need a roll for prone stuff?
It says if you take the attack action on your turn, you can use your bonus action to try and shove a creature within 5 feet of you with your shield.
Yep.
So my DC would be 8 plus my would be 13 for, but yeah, so my
strength
DC is
against
13. So I would say so then. Yeah, if that's what you would do it.
Yeah, I mean, if that passed it, I would have questioned reality. So yeah, you knock this rat over, and so it's laying there. Is that all you can do at this stage?
That is all I can do at this stage.
Amazing. So we are back to the top of the order with David.
Oh, what am I going to do? What am I going to do?
All this time to think about.
Yeah, I know. I've been looking up insults for fucking vicious mockery. Okay. I am just going to walk up to it, flip my base around, and smash it in the face with it.
Face to the face, yeah, face.
There's a 14 hit.
I'm pretty sure it does. Yes.
13 points of damage of slashing.
As there's nothing else around, you can't cleave it, and as it only had 1 point of health left, you absolutely mash that shit up.
You would have had advantage as it's prone if you wish to go crit hunting.
Yeah, go crit hunting.
Oh, always go crit hunting. A crit fiend. Where have I put it? There it is. Nah. More damage.
Okay. No, that wasn't a crit. So you have successfully killed all the rats. How exciting
can.
was that?
I would like to walk over to the tree with the arrow in it.
Yeah.
Pull it off. I'll pull it out of the tree, so I say. Take the 2 rats off and go to Hayes and hand the arrow over to her. And I'll say, "Are you keeping these? Rats are good eating, you know."
Thank you. But no, you can have the rats.
Thank you.
Grim.
I shall put my arrow count back up to 20 then. Thank you.
Tom does not require food.
I'm going to carry on move. I don't know whose turn it is, but I just want to carry on walking across.
If we're going to keep in initiative order, then after David, it was Tom.
Okie dokie. I would like to cast Cure Wounds on myself, please.
Yep.
Yeah, I've got back half the damage I took.
Anything else?
I'll just sort of move forward 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, just to continue having a look around.
Okay, and as you look around in the corner, snuffling in the bushes, is a badger. Oh, it's a badger.
Hi, I'm Tom. That's going to get old very quickly, I know.
You'd think so, but it's actually really fun. Okay, Hayes.
I am glad you put that badger there because that's where I was about to end up.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to carry on walking straight across 20, and I'm assuming I see the badger.
Yes.
So I'll just get in range of it, and no one. I'll stay back and fire an arrow. Is
Okay.
that going through a bush or around?
It's a small bush. So the badger's snuffling
Okay.
in the bush.
Actually, I'm not going to attack the badger because it seems pretty pointless. There's going to be lots of animals in here. I'm just going to come as far as here, and I'll just use my action to hide because I want to try and just sneak round it, but I don't have enough movement on this turn.
That's perfect. Alithia behind the wall.
I'm just going to keep reading my book, thank you.
Amazing. Next up is Baltha.
25 feet gets me to there.
Mm-hmm.
Can I see the beetle?
You can see the beetle and it is beetling away.
Does it look as if it's just acting naturally, or does it look like it's aggressive, or...
It's being a beetle, happy being a beetle.
Pinching out the tune to Hey Jude while it's there.
Yes. If you can hear quite... Yes, it's called Paul. And it's clicking with a Scouse accent, which is unusual in Cambria.
I would like just to shout to everybody, so shout quite loud, just be like, so far these creatures would not be able to do so much damage to those fields. I am not sure these are the creatures we are looking for.
Tom agrees.
Does Tom always speak about himself in the third person?
Tom
Tom
does.
does.
He's not yet developed a sense of self.
Is that a progression point for him?
Yeah, it can be. Sort of gain like an AI developing sentience.
Are you sure Tom's not me?
Tom's a little bit Skynet.
Now you're talking. Yes. Now you're talking my language.
So after seeing the beetle and shouting that, I am going to continue my movement. I'm going to use my action to dash.
Yep.
And just try to casually, and as least threatening as possibly, just walk by this beetle.
Awesome.
Just to answer Ali's question, if Tom was Data, I was thinking more Crichton.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Oh, I love that reference. Oh, amazing. Awesome. Is there anything else that Balthor would like to do?
Am I able to walk past it, or will it do anything as I...
No, it's beetling away. It's being a
Cool,
beetle.
so I use my full 25 feet of movement that I have as a dwarf to get there.
Okie dokie. Are you still looking around you, or are you just concentrating on getting past the beetle?
No. If I didn't perceive the beetle to be a threat, then I would still be looking out for the creatures that might be causing the damage and attacking people.
In front of you, hidden in the bush, is, I don't know how to pronounce these, ankheg? Ankheg. This is an ankheg, it's really hard to say, ankheg nymph, which is a lower larval young form of it, and it is kind of curled under a bush. Anything?
Cool. No. I use my movement to get there, my action to dash, so I'm just looking around. Again, would I perceive this to be... We got told it had legs, arms...
It was legs and arms and things and eyes and feet and...
Yeah, so would this fit the description that we heard?
Can you give me a perception?
A perception, I can.
Yes, it's the description of the things, like the halfling was gesturing like something was coming out of his face, and it was doing the kind of mantis arms kind of thing. So what he was demonstrating was definitely insectoid in nature, and this looks fairly close to it.
I would just like to relay that to the group then, say, I maybe found the source of the trouble. Follow me.
Amazing. Next up, we have David.
I'm going to hear that and do as I'm told, and move my 30 feet of movement and go there. And that'll be David.
Okay. Let me just get rid of those rats. After David is Tom.
Oh, I picked all three of those rats
Oh,
up.
all three of them. That's fine. Just... There they go.
5 gets me to there. Then Tom will go, "Hi, I'm Tom," to the badger as he goes past it.
The beetle watches you go by. The badger is completely uninterested. It is busy snuffling for whatever badgers eat under a bush.
Then the last 5 feet to get me to there, and then to the thing under the bush. "Hi, I'm Tom." That's all he's going to do.
Okay. This is going to be a thing, isn't it?
Yeah. I figured it was just silly enough, but not quite disruptive.
Oh, it's chaos. I love it. Commit to the bit.
Yep.
Is that all you're doing?
Yeah, that's all Tom's going to do for now.
And next we have Hayes, hiding in a bush near a badger.
I'm going to carry on looking as I'm going and just sneaking through the bush line, through the tree line, up to there.
That's fine. Is there anything else you would like to do?
If this thing, you said it was sleeping, didn't you?
It's curled up. It's young, so it's not necessarily got all its hunting instincts yet.
Yeah, no, I don't want to disturb it too much, but I do want to be keeping an eye out further down to see if there's anything. Is there any? I wouldn't see anything from the trees anyway.
No,
But I just want to
you're
be
a
trying to
bit
keep an
too
eye
far
around.
back to see if there is anything.
No, I'm staying in the tree line, and so that'll be it for my turn. I'll just continue hiding in the bushes. So
All
my
right.
action will be to hide.
Okay, next we have Alithia.
Alethea's glanced down from a book, noticed that everyone is moving on fairly swiftly. Guys, wait for me!
So she doesn't need to be told what to do then.
No, no. And floating on her lovely nebula is just going to catch up.
Now, see, I'm going to show my age here because all I can imagine it's like Monkey.
Yeah.
If anyone remembers or has seen that. Monkey Magic.
Very, very racist show
It's-
when you look back at it now, but it's fantastic in its day.
It's very racist and it's also some weird trippy shit. Anyway, that was that. So you have
I'm picturing Goku.
Yes, I get that as well. Yeah. So you've been floating along on your cloud.
Yeah.
Would you like to do anything other than float?
Nope.
Going well. Okay, and Baltha.
Well,
Step forward, and I am going to try and hit it with my longsword again.
Cool, we get flanking advantage. So that is a 17.
That's 17.
That does hit. And what kind of damage does that do?
It's a longsword, so it'll be slashing.
Okay,
I
that's
believe.
fine. Yep, that'll hit.
So 11 points of slashing damage.
Oh, 11 points of damage. And how do you want to do it?
Just in two, if I can, just straight through the middle, just a backhand slice as he holds his shield in front of him, ready to defend afterwards.
I mistakenly put a snail on it a net on it for some reason. Didn't mean to do that. Okay, as you do that, from out of the trees underneath, as it finally perceives you as being a threat, we have a actual adult ankheg. Ankheg? Yes. So that has now noticed you and is in the initiative. That is no longer in the initiative. We're back to the top of the order, if that's all you want to do.
Oh, no, I would definitely like to step up to that one and bash it with my shield to try and knock it prone. While the birds are flying overhead in this forest.
Please do.
So it'd be a 13 is my DC
Against
as a battle
strength.
master.
Is it strength or con?
If that's it, yeah, it'd be strength, I imagine, because it's a push.
14. So you said it was against a 13, wasn't it?
Yes, well, to work out mine, it's 8 plus proficiency plus strength, I believe, for a battle master. So it'll be 13.
Maths. So that isn't knocked prone.
No. Unless it's a contest of strength, I don't know how you would work it for shield bash. I'm not really sure.
That is what I would say would be
Yeah,
the right way to do it.
Which is what now?
What Scott just said then, where it's his. He'd work out the save for getting knocked prone, and you'd roll it as like a strength save against it, which is what you've been doing. So I think that would be the right way.
Awesome. Thank you very much. Because stuff like grappling and knock prone and that I haven't quite got down in my head yet.
I'm going to carry on doing it with the DC then, yeah, not me rolling strength, just what DC would be for battle master.
Unless you want to take the risk.
I would rather take the risk
In that
personally.
case, yeah.
Because I think Battle Master is more for my maneuvers, but this is my Shield Master feat.
I'll give you the option if you want to play it safe and use that, or if you want to roll for it, but you have to take the roll.
I would rather roll low, please.
Yes.
Oh, that's a strength save. Shouldn't be a strength save. Sorry, it should be a strength.
Is that you getting your low roll out of the way?
No, that was me preparing for an even worse
That
one.
got progressively worse as it went on. It's like it was a 13, then it was a 9.
Does someone want to just pass me a shovel and I'll just keep digging?
So you're even less likely to push it over now.
Yes,
Yes.
but I tried.
You tried.
That's the most important
That's fine.
thing. As I look around the rest of the party.
You gave it a good try, and that's good. Anything else that you would like to do?
No, thank you.
Okay, and next is David.
David is going to run up to here, and he's going to. Actually, how far away from that is that? Sorry, I think I can hit it. Yeah, I can. And I'm just going to cast vicious mockery on that ankeg thing.
Mm-hmm. Torture it with words.
Yes, this time it's going to be double dumbass on you.
It doesn't really understand the words, but it gets the meaning. And it means nothing.
And as a bonus action, I am going to give bardic inspiration to whoever the hell that is in front of me. There,
Balthor.
Balthor.
How do you give the inspiration?
I'm just going to go do what I did, but better.
Nice.
And
With
I'll
that,
close
I will stand. Look like I stand an inch taller. Because I'm full of inspiration.
You need all the extra inches that you can take.
It's a weapon damage.
Yeah, read that combat inspiration.
Yes, I add it to weapon attacks.
Ooh.
Or-
weapon damage. Or damage.
Yeah.
What is it?
Yeah. Or you can
That's
roll
it.
a number to your AC.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. Is that
Excellent.
everything, David?
It is.
Has anybody watched Schitt's Creek?
No.
Yeah.
Yes, just go, okay, David.
Oh,
Oh my God, David. Huh?
it's David. Yes.
David.
It's got persona to maintain.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, David.
Oh my God. Okay, next is Tom. Hi, Tom.
Hi, Tom.
Hi, I'm Tom.
I-
He will greet the new ankeg because it's a new thing that's arrived for him to greet.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to have a look around on the floor nearby and see if I can find a rock weighing approximately 1 to 5 pounds.
Can you give me an investigation?
I can.
I
Indeed.
can just picture little robot eyes scanning each rock for the exact weight.
Like Terminator, it's coming up with all the stats.
Like Wally style.
I would like to use one. I would like to use one of my magic items that I was given.
Ooh.
I would like to use my clockwork amulet, please.
I did not look up what this does, so this is going to be a surprise for everyone.
It's great. Right.
Actually, no, I don't. I don't think I can. It has to be an attack roll. Never mind, I can't. So we'll cover that another day.
Okay.
It has to be an attack roll, so I can't do that. So instead, could I use the inspiration I got earlier and re-roll that investigation check? Yes.
Sorry, I think what I have is catching.
Everything you find is just that little bit too small.
Okay. How much does my light hammer weigh? Because I can just use that instead. I'll just have to remember to pick it up. It says it has a weight of 2, whatever that means. I'm guessing 2 pounds.
£2.
2 is good.
Okay, I'm going to cast Catapult and launch my light hammer at the thing.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
That's my last spell slot, by the way. So it's a DC 14 Dex save.
DC 14 Dex save.
That was terrible.
8.
Out of a possible 3d8, I rolled 2 1s and a 4.
At least you didn't waste it by trying to hit a rogue.
So that could have been 24 points of damage, and I got 6. I mean, it takes a 6. I launch a hammer at it.
And, yep, it gets hit in the face with a hammer. Is there anything else you would like to do?
No, I'm good.
Next, we have Hayes.
I'm going to carry on moving across, assuming I've not cut across anything in my path.
Nope, you can see nothing else in front of you.
From where I am,
yes.
I will turn and just make a random shot at the dude.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's a normal roll.
I'm a dude.
Hey, dude.
Not you.
Whee!
Nice.
Is that our first crit?
Yes.
That
Wah, wah,
is
wah.
not a bad one.
That is
all
pretty
about that,
good. Okay.
2.
24.
Graham's a maths man.
24.
I got there. Maybe.
4 6s.
Sorry, roll 20 has just decided to crash on me. Don't like that. Why are you doing that? I hate it when things have a lag on it. There we go. It is definitely not looking good now. Is there anything else you would like to do, Hayes?
No, that is it for me. I would like to telepathic, but let me just check I can do it as a bonus action. You can use an action to cast it. Or you can use a bonus action to send it on. As long as you maintain concentration. No, I'm good. That's me.
Awesome. Next we have Alithia.
I am still going to continue to keep up. If I can see people are fighting over there, I don't want to part of that at all. I'm going to sit on my cloud and keep reading my book. Thank you.
Okay.
Could you clarify who's our fighter?
Scott is.
Oh, right. I thought it was meant to be Craig.
Oh, Craig's a
Craig is
wizard.
an Order of Scribes wizard.
Okay, so now it's the ankhegs' turn. And it is going to... let's have a look. Do a flesh melter bite. For 8.
That misses.
That's all it can do there. Next is Balthor.
I would like to react, if I could, to that attack.
Yes, please.
So I would like to...
It's a bite. Is that bite's a melee attack, isn't it? Yeah, it doesn't mean a weapon
Yes.
thing. Yep.
So
Yep.
I will attack it with Stone Cutter for 15.
Yes, that hits.
Plus your superiority now.
Yes, so I think the superior dice is the damage roll, so it is... Oh, that's nasty. A 5, and my superior die at this level is a D8. So that'll be 11 points of slashing damage.
Which is exactly what you needed. So how do you do it?
Again, it's just one efficient strike. So as it attacked me, I'm able to sidestep and lean into another single swipe and just try and chop off something important that means it would die.
Amazing. Okay, is there anything else that you want to do?
Well, that's a reaction, so
Oh
it's
yes,
whoever's
it's
next
your turn.
after.
It is your turn next.
Oh, can I see any more of these?
Not on this map.
You can see my arrow again.
So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pick the hammer up and throw it towards Tom,
Oh,
if I can. Here you go, Tom. Tom, you might need this again, Tom.
can I roll to catch it and see if he misses the catch and gets hit by it?
I mean,
Just for
think
the
that's-
noise.
it was an underarm toss. I wasn't throwing it aggressively.
I was going to say you
obviously.
need to roll a dex to see if you can catch it.
Cool. So just a dex save or
Yeah, dex save.
cool. Donk.
I'm not going to say you take any damage because it was a little underarm lob, but if you want to bend down and pick it up, don't leave it behind.
Yeah, no. Tom will bend down and pick it up. Tom, thanks you.
Does it
Welcome,
bounce
Tom.
off Tom and into David's hands?
But yeah, pick up that, and I'll pick up the arrow. I can't see Hayes because Hayes is hiding, so I'll just put that into my bag that I have.
I shall
Tied to
rename
my
you the
belt.
Collector.
And then 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 gets me to there as I'll keep following the path. And do I notice anything from there?
Not from there, but it enters into a clearing, so if you'd like to go into the next map, then I can take you all together, keeping an eye on the time. We're all good so far. So let me move you all to the next map and describe what you can see. Come on.
Are we not done yet? Did we not kill it?
Yeah.
Can we not go?
I'm
Oh,
afraid not. We're still busy saving people.
It's just what you do. Hair flip.
It's so difficult not to say hunting things to family business after that.
did you see me take a sharp intake of breath? Because I was like, oh, no. But I do love that. Okay, so you all enter this clearing in this old forest. It's midday now, and the sun comes streaming through a break in the trees overhead, illuminating what looks like some broken statues, some overgrown something that you can't quite work out what it is, but standing clear as day in the middle of it is two more of these boys, who also immediately notice that you have entered this clearing. Let's roll initiative again, as we've entered a new map.
For God's sake, what's going on with my initiative?
Right. So
You're still the best initiative out of the rest of us.
No point, I've got +8 to it.
Yep.
I'm still rolling.
wow, this is all going so well for you.
Oh, we're
And-
re-rolling the initiative.
Yes.
It comes great with the 20.
15.
Nope.
Okay.
11 for Balthor.
Yep, and that's fine. Let me just make sure I've got everyone else in okay. Right. Okay, so you enter this clearing on this strange site in front of you. Tom, you're up first.
I mean, we all know where this is going to
Yeah.
start. I'll move to here. Hi, I'm Tom.
They definitely
And
notice you now.
Knowing full well that these things were violently attacking us the last time, I will cast Firebolt
Ooh.
on the first one. 13.
Hang on, I just need to bring up that. 13.
Yeah.
13
Sorry, I
does
forgot
not
my
hit.
Okie dokie.
You fire a fireball, and one of them at the last minute moves to one side, and it narrowly, very narrowly, just flies by its head. Anything
No
else that you would
problem.
like to do?
That is it for me.
Next is Hayes.
I am still in the tree line.
Mhm.
And I'm going to move to that and I'm going to fire an arrow.
Which one are you firing at?
Red. Does a 15 hit?
A 15 does hit.
Yay! I don't get advantage, so it's just for 4.
Okay,
I've not got sneak on because nobody's near it.
lovely. Anything else that you would like to do?
I will bonus action. Hide, just 'cause I want to stay hidden.
Good answer. Next is the ankheg, who has spotted that Tom threw a firebolt at it. So it is going to...
See if I'm still an assassin. It would have been a lot of crap.
That is... It is going to spit some acid at you.
Oh.
If it has no creature grappled, it spits streaming acid in a 30-foot long, 5-foot wide line. So 30-foot long. Yep, so that's the bits for it. So I will need a DC 13 dex save, please.
Okie dokie.
Oh, fuck, that could kill us. Not quite, not quite.
Can't kill me.
So you take...
The full 3d6.
Yes. Okay. And that's all that one's going to do.
How much damage am I taking?
Oh, sorry. 3d6, wasn't it? Completely
Got
forgot
away
I
with
had
no
to
damage then.
That wouldn't be fair.
No, true.
17.
Oh,
me.
Technically, you asked for it.
But it doesn't recharge it.
I use a free action. Just go. Tom requires some assistance.
The other one has... I'm not going to have it do it at Tom again, because that feels really mean. And again, wasn't sure of balancing on this one. I've actually taken one away. It would have reached... I'm not going to. So I'm going to say next is
The other one
Balfour.
as well, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Don't worry, Tom. I am coming
That's what
to
she
help.
said.
The 25 foot of movement will get me there.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to take advantage of the 5 feet movement thing
Love it.
to get me next to this thing. And I will maybe just shout to Tom and say, fall back if you need to rest.
Okay.
And then I'm going to swing my stone cutter at this one.
That hits.
So, floor slashing. But I am going to use the bardic inspiration I have to increase the damage. Is it a D6 at the minute, Ali?
Yes.
To make that 7 points of slashing damage.
Lovely. Anything
And
else that you
then-
would like to do?
Bonus action.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to try and knock it prone.
Lovely. So that's a strength, isn't it?
Yes. So I rolled a 9. Shit.
7!
Ugh. So I would like to use my shield to hit it upside the head to knock it on its ass.
That's lovely. It is prone now.
It's very annoying that you can't use Shield Master to do that before you attack, but that's
Yeah.
the way it's written now.
But when you get extra attack, bash,
Yes.
attack, bash,
Bash,
attack again.
attack. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
But that will end my turn.
Lovely. Next up is David.
David is going to
Wake
go
up,
in
David.
for a goring rush.
Ooh.
On red. Wait, red has thing to be prone, doesn't it?
It is prone, yes.
Oh, is it?
No, it's prone, but
I meant grappled. I meant to say grappled.
It's not grappled, it's
Exactly.
prone.
Prone.
Oh, it's prone.
Yeah.
Well, I'm rushing in and goring it with my horns.
Lovely.
Is that?
What do
So
I...
your action,
No.
immediately after you take the dash action on your turn and
can-
move at least 20 feet.
Oh, so it is.
So your action would be to dash.
Then
and then
no.
your bonus action would be to...
No, that's a waste of an action. I'm going to bring the axe down on his head.
You're gonna... Oh, is it called...
Moving
of course, it's an
axe.
axe. As it's prone, that does hit.
Crap. Oh, so that's
Okay.
9.
Okay then. Yep, you done?
Yeah, I think that's all I can do.
Unless you can give any healing to him.
I'd say Balthor would maybe say, because we don't know each other well. You're a bard. Can you heal? I think our friend Tom, I don't know if you've met him yet, but he may need some help.
Hi, I'm Tom.
Hi, Tom.
I am Tom.
I will cast Healing Word on Tom.
Is that Tom? Have you? Is that word? Have you tried turning it off and back on again?
What's your healing word?
I will take whatever I can get.
Healing word?
Penis.
I used to have it as a man-up spell.
And if you're done, Alithia, you're next.
Okay. Oh, Olivia actually put a book to one side when we arrived at this clearing. It looks very interesting to her.
Mm-hmm.
But then spotted the acid flying about and thought, well, there's no good things spitting acid and ruining what's around. So on her little cloud, she's going to move over
How high are you flying on the cloud, just for reference?
just off the ground. She's not flying high. Gonna move over to there,
Mhm.
and then maybe a little bit more just to. It's got a movement of 50 feet, so I'm not really worried. And then I am going to look at the other. Is it a nymph?
It is an adult. It's an ankheg.
And I am going to attempt to stop it in its tracks with Maximilian's Earthen Grasp.
Ooh.
I have never heard of that.
No. So it's a strength save,
Yeah, well, I can do
which
that.
it fails. Could you pop the description in so we can see
Yeah, of
what I need to
course.
do?
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a long boy. Medium hand.
So unoccupied space from behind
It's
it.
failed. It takes 2d6 bludgeoning damage, which was 12. Nice. Maximum damage on that.
Oh, you can't.
Is that the hand from the film?
I think
Where
so. I was just thinking
the
that.
rubble hand.
Oh,
Yeah.
God, yeah.
Yeah.
While I've done that though, I've It says bludgeoning damage, but I've grasped my spell book as I'm casting it to change that from bludgeoning to, let's go with fire.
Fire.
I
Okay.
bring you fire. Doo-doo-doo.
As with... Oh, this one actually hadn't fired it. So that doesn't count. So that's
Excellent.
fine. That one actually hadn't used it, so...
But we've learned something.
Damn it! Damn it!
That's what I used to love the most.
What I had also
Making a
noticed...
note.
what I had also noted as well is now that it has taken 10 or more bludgeoning damage, its AC is reduced to 11 until it completes a short or long rest. So the AC has now been reduced on this one. Let's have a look. So you have cast this spell. It's an action, but there are other actions you can do. That's separately, isn't it? So as an action, you can cause the hand to crush the restrained target. So I'm guessing that's next turn.
That'd be next turn, but yeah, it's restrained at the moment.
Okay, is there anything else you would like to do?
Assuming I can't do any sort of investigations while I've done so much action, so I'm happy
I will let you investigate at a disadvantage because you're also concentrating on this, but you can still look around if you're good at multitasking,
Yes.
reading and doing stuff. But I'll make
Yeah.
but disadvantage 7. Okay, so you look around and you definitely see that there is stuff here.
I like stuff.
Okay,
And that's in my turn.
Tom, you're next.
Okay, so Tom was told by Balthur to fall back to because he'd taken some damage. Tom is going to broadly misunderstand that and fall over backwards.
Right. Part Crichton, part Drax. Very literal. Do you want to use half your movement to stand back up again?
No, he's going to remain led on the floor.
That's
but then
fine.
Sort of sit up and aim his light crossbow at the one at the back because I won't be able to
Orange.
see the other one. Yeah, the orange one. I'm quite happy if that's at disadvantage because I'm led on the
Yes,
floor.
please.
Okie dokie. Where is it? There it is. So it's a nat 1.
Our first crit of the day.
So David is in the firing line. So David is going to end up with an arrow in the butt.
It's about time Ali got an arrow in the butt. He's shot that many people in the ass before.
Do you want to roll damage? 9 piercing damage.
9 piercing damage.
Plenty of birds in this place, though.
Is there anything else that you would like to do now that you have shot your colleague?
Apologise. It's like, Tom is very sorry.
Amazing.
That did not go to plan.
Hayes.
You're telling me, Tom. You're telling me.
Hayes, your go.
I am going to. 10 is going to miss. I've shot my short bow, short bow, the orange one, but I only got a 10.
And it's 11, so that misses.
Yeah. So what I shall do then is I'm just going to continue to bonus action hide.
Okay. Next is the ankhegs' turn. Red is being flanked, and it is going to bite at... Yes?
Currently laid on the floor.
It is, isn't it? So it's prone, so it's going to use half its movement to stand up, but then it can action as well, and it's going to bite at David because you're the biggest one, and it's an insect. 17.
Yeah.
So, What's that going on about grappled?
Well, there's, yeah.
Ignore the grapple.
Yeah.
I don't know what that's about.
I'm dropped.
No, it's the acid. I think you missed out on it.
Okay. And the other one is going to
That's
move.
15 then.
Oh, no, that can't move.
Oh, is it only 15?
It's got a strength save.
With the acids if you got
That's strength save.
I'm fine.
15.
Yeah, that breaks out.
Is that its action?
Breakout strength can use an action to
Yes.
make a strength check.
Okay. That's its turn then. David.
Yep. Yeah. I'm going to cure wounds myself. Oh, where's that?
Yeah.
That's fine.
Touch myself.
And then I'm going to heal a wound myself. So 14 points of damage.
Amazing. Is that your turn?
It is.
Next up is Alithia.
So as an action, I can cause the hand to reach for a different creature or move to a different unoccupied space within range.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't really say what my distance is, but it's going to move just up one.
Yep.
So that one. But it looks like that is the action. So to move is the action for it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll have another go at investigating
Yep.
while I'm
Still at disadvantage.
still at disadvantage.
Okay. 18. You notice the statue behind you and the ones around this central plate. They all appear to, contrary to what the image looks like, they all look like they're dancing. Or have been dancing. With an 18...
The YMCA.
No. With the 18, you can see amongst the vines, there's a look on their face that you think is meant to be joy, but it doesn't look like joy. And on the statue behind you, you can see obscured at the base is a plaque, which you can investigate further next time, or do you want to look at it now in the middle of battle?
That'll do for now, I think.
Okay. But you have discovered there is something written on the base of this statue. Next is Tom.
Reading.
Did we skip past Scott's turn? Because I feel like I shot Ali in the ass, and then Angela went, and then...
Oh,
Scott go before me.
And I went.
did I?
Yeah.
Oh, I missed that. Well,
The monsters have gone. I think we've missed Scott out.
I think I just,
That's why he's left us.
Sorry,
Stop
Scott, I
setting this
missed you.
That's okay. I missed you too.
No, as in I literally missed you in the order.
Oh, sorry.
And I did miss you as well. Yeah, sorry, I got you confused with the monster.
Oh, no worries. Is it my turn now
Yes, it is now.
then? So I'm going to move in between the two of them. So attention is on me. And then I am going to attack the red one.
Yep.
But I am going to attack with maneuvering attack, which is another one of my
Yep,
battle maneuvers.
that hits.
So I will do 7 points of damage to the red one.
Yep.
And I will say to David, you can move away without being attacked if you need to.
You look half the damage of that.
Perfect. Oh, fantastic. Wait, what? Yeah, the creature can use its reaction. Oh, fantastic.
Balthor, is there anything else that you want to do?
Of course, I am going to shield bash.
Which one?
None of them are being like
No,
these
this
hands.
orange managed to break the restraint.
So I'll try and knock the orange one prone. I am so strong. Fear me.
No, not quite.
But that'll end my turn, but I will just be, standing in between these two, trying to keep their attention on me now.
Tom, now it's your turn.
Okay. Realizing that it didn't quite go to plan when he tried firing from the floor last time, I'm going to use half my movement to stand back up again. Then I will just approach the red one from behind and take a two-handed swipe at it with my quarterstaff.
Cool. +3 for flanking. If you approach it from behind and flank. Woo!
26.
That definitely hits. Go on, mush this thing.
3 damage. Yeah. Literally the lowest amount of damage it was possible for me to do
Well,
with
you
that
know
attack.
what? I'm sick of that. That'll do.
Yeah.
It's Cat's end of the night bonus. Is there anything else that you would like to do?
No, I'm good.
Amazing. Hayes is next.
Hayes has got a 15 because I've got steady aim. I'm going for the only one that's left.
Yep. And it's only got an AC. Oh, no, it hasn't now. But, yep, that will still hit.
And he's within 5 foot of it, isn't it? So it'd be both
Yep.
15 damage.
Okay, it's
Oh,
not
you also
looking
used
great.
steady aim, didn't you? So advantage with steady aim.
Yeah, so I got the 15.
Right.
But it'd be an 18 with you flanking. But because you're within 5 feet of it, I can use my sneak attack as well.
You'd
Yeah,
get it
but
anyway because you
sneak
said
attack for using advantage.
Oh, right.
No, you can use it with a.
Yeah, but sneak attack gives you advantage.
It does,
Is what it's saying, yeah. Yeah, anyway. So,
Cool.
The
Anything
double
else
sneak
that you'd
attack,
like?
is that?
pardon?
Is there anything else you'd like?
No, that's it for me.
Okay.
Bonus action hide. Can you
The
bonus action help
bone action what?
to help or aid or anything, or is that just?
No.
So yeah, I'm just going to carry on then.
Okay, and the ankheg is going to have a bite at Balthor for 8.
That misses.
That misses. The other one's dead, so Balthor, it's your turn. Mush this insect.
Okay, so I will.
That hits.
For 8 slashing, is it still all up?
It's still up.
I will use an action surge now just to try and finish this off.
Go on then, finish it. That does
With a
it.
6.
What does that look like?
That will be a double slice, so he will slice with the forearm, then with the backhand, and then, as he does, shield up in a defensive pose as soon as he does that.
Amazing. You have killed the menace and out of combat. And out of initiative.
Sorry, just for future reference, I can use my bonus action to use the help action.
Oh! Is that
Sweet.
mastermind
Within
thing?
30
It's a
within
mastermind
30
thing.
Amazing. That is awesome. I like the sound of that. Okay, so we're out of combat now. Alithia, you were doing some investigation.
Read.
Okay, let me just find where I've saved this. So,
Could I ask a quick question? As we are very close to Bremore, which is where Balthor spent like 65 odd years of his life around these areas, would he know this area at all?
it's a very small, villagey kind of thing. So he may be aware of it, but there's nothing remarkable about it other than it's a small village on the way to somewhere else.
So he wouldn't know this area then, you're saying?
No,
Okay.
and also this, where you've encountered this is in an old part of the forest. It's overgrown, and the villagers don't come this far in. They're just used to farming and sticking to where they're meant to be. So I am going to... So, Alithia, you're the only one that's investigating this?
I've not seen it, so.
Okay, then I have popped something in the notes. You should see something under Law and Myret. Can you see that?
Open everything up. Oh, yes. Oh.
Oh, yes.
So that's what you can see.
Amazing.
And then, because this is the end of this encounter as you are travelling, I will let you all have a long rest at the end of this.
Yay.
Because you'll be
Yay.
travelling on to the next town afterwards.
I would like to retain my arrows.
Beautiful. I love that. Balso, what did you want to do with that?
Just check the stonework, the statues,
Okay.
whilst...
Oh, I like that. Okay, so I will show this to you in a second as well. You can see that the statues and the altar in the centre, it's old. It's very old, and it's very intricately carved. Someone took time and effort to do this, and with a 2, that's great.
I get to double my proficiency bonus, so that would be a 4.
I mean, that's something. You've seen what Alithia has seen, that these are
Yeah.
dancers. And to you, they look like they're having a jolly good time.
Oh, nice.
But if you're looking as well, I will also show you this carving.
Cool.
And it will appear in Law under Myret.
Are you going to announce that there's anything there so we can come and have a look as well, or are you just keeping it to yourselves?
I think for the minute I've been trying to study it and trying to work it out, but you can clearly see that I'm looking at something and there's something of interest. Can I roll a history check myself just to see if I could know anything more about this?
Nope.
Is this statue like intact? So they're like, it looks like rubble on there, but are they actually like?
No,
erect?
that one at the bottom is kind of knocked over at the ankles, as it were. It's the same statue as the other one, so it's just an altar in the middle, surrounded by dancers, and that one in particular is fallen over, and this is just at the base of it.
Tom would
Just
like to
before
go
we
over.
finish,
Oh, sorry, no, go on. Go on.
No, you go first.
Tom would like to go over and then address the statue that's like on the floor and say, "Hi, I'm Tom. Do you require assistance? You appear to have fallen." Because he doesn't understand that it's not the same contact type of construct that he is. And then he would like to, I assume, very, very uselessly try to cast mending and start putting the statue back together.
Okay, that will not work. That will not
No,
work.
but he's gonna try.
And I love him for trying, but it will not work.
The last thing I would quickly like to do is, after seeing what I see, I don't know if it'll do anything, but I'm just going to turn to David and say, David, play us a tune. These statues are dancing.
Are you going to play a tune?
Yeah, he's going to start playing Can I Play With Madness, but on the bass and sound
Okay.
deep.
Can you do a performance for me, please?
Can I aid that performance by giving him some help? The help action.
Of course.
Bitch.
It is a
Never
wonderful performance, and it refreshes your new friends who now feel uplifted, but nothing else happens. Okay.
How many dancers are in total, Kat?
There is, hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Village people. Told you.
Okay. And that's the end of the first session.
Amazing.
The introduction to Vanguard is complete.
Cool. Well, thank you very much for playing,
Well, that
guys.
level up.
Thank you.
Level up.
Was that level up?
Level up.
Long rest, but no level up.